So yeah, there's that exchange, and then things are getting kind of sussy, but he needs to check in first with his mom.
Right.
And he's basically going, Mom, I like this chick. I really want to. And no, this is a connection. This is love. It's not just for fun. And she's like, well, in order to do that, you would have to become like them, but you'd be giving up this great gift of yours and all this stuff. He's like, yeah. But Daddy got to get some. And she's like, okay, well, there's a chamber over there. It'll take your powers away, but it's permanent. Yeah, it's permanent. You will not be able to. And he's like, yeah, okay, great.
Thanks, bye.
Hey, thanks, bye. Goes in and just goes, ow, the red light bulb. And then he comes out in a shirt and slacks.
Yeah, it changes his clothes. And that is so goofy, but I do like the fading image of Superman left behind in the chamber.
It's interesting.
His hands going down.
Yeah.
I do like that touch. That's only in the Lester cut.
Yeah, where they literally separate. That's a little goofy. It is well shot. And then he comes out and basically they go to Bone Town.
They immediately go to bed. And here's the thing. This is the most fascinating difference between these two cuts.
I know.
Because the implication that Lester has, this is why I'm saying, okay, yeah, good. Thanks, Mom. Bye. Back to, because he wants to get laid. That's a really awkward dynamic.
Yes.
And this raises the whole question of why does he have to give up his powers in order to have a relationship with somebody?
Yes.
One of the lingering implications in the Lester cut is that he can't safely have sex with a human being unless he gives up his powers. In the Donner cut, very explicitly, they've already had sex before he poses this question, which is a much better way to go. Because at that point, it's not about having sex. He's already done that in the Donner cut. It's not about that. It's about the commitment. It's about the love that he has.
Yes.
Well, I do not like this whole idea of him having to give up his powers. For the story they're telling in this movie, you kind of have to have that beat, because this is one of the reasons why the villains are able to run rampant across the planet.
Yeah.
And I do love the situation he's put in because of the giving up his powers. That moment where he realizes how horribly he's f***ed up. The worst possible thing has happened, and he doesn't even have his powers.
Yeah.
And that is a powerful, powerful moment.
Where the hell have you been, Mac? On a desert island?
But at the same time, why?
Both of them are implying that the role of Superman requires sort of like a full dedication, because in the Donner cut, as you say, they successfully get down, and then he gives up the powers because he wants a life with her. But basically, it's almost a calling where they're basically saying it's like the priesthood. To be pure Superman, you can care for the people you're serving, but it stops at a certain point where it becomes selfish.
Selfish?
This whole thing, both the first movie and this one, are about him trying to buck against what he's told he can't do. Because it does make Superman a rebellious figure. In the first one, don't interfere with the course of human events. And he's like, well, changing time.
Yeah.
And in this one, it's like, you can't have a human mate. You may never have a mate because you have this responsibility. And he's like going,
will there ever come a time when I've served enough?
When is there something for me? It's like, hey, the fact that Lester wants it to be just so I can be with Lois, I have to give up my powers. And in the Donner cut, it's in order to serve the world, I just have to give up happiness. It doesn't mean that I can't have sex with Lois. There's that bit in the Donner cut where he's like going, this doesn't mean we can't see each other. And she's like, yeah. She realizes I can't ever have 100% of you.
I was thinking about this when I was watching these two versions. It's like, why doesn't he rebel again? Why doesn't at the end of the movie, why doesn't he say, sorry, Dad, I'm going to be with her whether you like it or not?
I think they were sitting there going like, no, you lose that dynamic. The Lois Clark Superman triangle is eternal. So I think they wanted to hit the reset button. And I think it was them going like, all right, they can hook up, but at the end of it, you have to reset. So they literally do in both versions. And one way I like a lot better than the other way. They have to go back to, oh, thanks for the pizza, Clark. I have no idea that we boned.
Yeah.